A few days later.
A week later, we've all gotten...
These don't match very well.
No, a few days and a week are different lengths of time.
Because the last time it said a few days up there, and then down there it said a couple days.
I don't know.
A week later, we've all gotten our new scenes figured out and have started doing rehearsals only once or twice a week. The port takes time to create and market, so it'll probably be at least 3 months in Erewhon time, close to a year of Earth time, before we have to actually interact with players again. So we've got a break for about 3 months. We still have to practice and keep up with the staff, but otherwise we're free to do what we want.
Hit on guys.
This is pretty good news for Ethan and Laura, who have final exams coming up. Ethan studies his butt off and ends up acting. He ends up acing all of his tests. To celebrate, me and Liam decide to take him out to the pub for drinks. They do this a lot.
They do this a lot. This is like every freaking, like...
How are they not, trashed their livers to the point where they've needed transplants by now, is my question.
Their species has 3 livers per person.
Or maybe Pierre's the only one who drinks.
He drinks 3 people's worth of drinks and he feels self-conscious about it, so he brings 2 people with him and then he drinks their drinks for them.
Yeah.
And Ethan and Liam just get I don't know, virgin drinks.
Yeah, can I have a Diet Coke?
Diet Coke on the rocks.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm feeling wild tonight, guys.
You go with chocolate milk. I'm feeling dangerous.
Chocolate milk on the rocks.
The rocks. Everything on the rocks. Hot cocoa on the rocks.
Oh.
I would like to get some rocks on the rocks.
Ooh.
I was just like a glass of ice, please.
And then you just slowly crunch through it.
Yeah,
a glass of ice on the rocks.
So you've got ice on ice on ice.
This was probably one of their few backgrounds anyway, but still, it's kind of funny.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Flirty face. Cheers.
We all down our drinks at the same time. So you're pretty much done with college now, right?
Yeah, it looks like it. I finally get to graduate and take my teaching certification exam. When is that? Why does he look so surprised?
It looks like he's trying to eat that stray hair on Liam. Middle guy. Yeah, Ethan's head. He looks like he's trying to
yeah, his eyes are kind of looking straight at it.
He's oh no!
Look at that stray hair.
Should I touch it or should I leave it? Would it be weird if I touched it?
Would it be weird if I just start licking it?
Totally not weird. You should just go for it, Liam.
Face first. Face first, Liam.
They offer the test once every 3 months, so if you fail, you can keep retaking it until you pass. Once I pass, I become a student teacher for about a year. Then I get to be a full-fledged teacher.
I still can't imagine you being a teacher. Sitting in front of a class in a suit explaining how to do math? Crazy.
Well, it's getting there that's the hard part. I may have done well in my exams, but it's not over yet. You killed those exams! There's no way you won't pass your certification. I hope you're right. I'll be studying very hard to make sure I pass. I'm glad that we have a break from work right now. I can take the exam in about 2 weeks.
Whoa, that soon?
I want to take it while all the material's still fresh on my mind. It'll be easier to study that way.
You're so serious about it.
Of course I am. It's always been my dream to teach. You know that.
I love children. I love people in general. I'm such a nice person now.
The only thing that's similar is that they study a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Lighten up. Here, drink some more Diet Coke on the rocks.
The three of us have a fun night together, just messing around and talking about random stuff. We get pretty smashed, so Liam calls us a cab. It's rare for him to be so thoughtful, but I won't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Just because he called a cab doesn't mean he'll pay for it.
I guess that's true.
A cab? Don't those cost a lot?
Where are you driving to? Right next door to your house?
Oh, now he's blushing.
They're all blushing.
It's probably because of the alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe they were having a moment. I mean, he is saying something nice. It's fine. Think of it as a reward for your good grades. What are you, my dad?
Yeah, that's not at all a flirty line.
Anyway, it's better than us walking through the streets half drunk. Well, that's true. Watch me talk with myself.
30 minutes later.
That would make the stream a lot less exciting if only one of us did voices and everyone else just watched blankly.
And you would just hear random laughter occasionally.
Like half-hearted laughter, just.
It's like you're doing a visual novel playthrough by yourself, but you have the worst laugh track in the background ever. Oh dear. After the cab arrives, all three of us pile in. Since our apartment's pretty close by, Liam drops us off first and then has the cab take him to his own house. He has a house?
Yeah, that's where he did the laundry.
Oh, right.
His house is a laundry machine.
But he just, like, stays at our place all the time.
Yeah.
Because the only thing in his house is a laundry machine.
Oh.
He prefers to sleep standing in your kitchen than inside the washer.
Man, that rent in the big cities, huh?
Thanks for calling the cab for us, Liam. And sorry for the trouble. If I thought hanging out with my friends was trouble, I never would have made any. Just get inside and quit worrying over everything. Alright, you're actually being nice now. What happened?
Ethan waves at the cab as it speeds off into the distance. From here, it's just a short walk to our apartment complex. You going to be okay going up those stairs?
I didn't drink nearly as much as you two did, and I mean, it was all Diet Coke, so...
Yeah, but your tolerance for Diet Coke is pretty low.
That's because
You're just really hyper right now.
That's because you stole all of our livers, Pierre.
Oh, Pierre the liver stealer.
You sure you're okay? You look pretty red to me.
It was cherry Coke.
Ethan, you really should live a little. In just a little while, you'll have an exam to worry about, work to do. Since you have downtime now, you should enjoy it more.
I know, but if I goof off now, I'll regret it later. If I'd made better choices when I was a teenager, I wouldn't be in this position to begin with.
Yeah, find me a teenager that makes good choices all the time.
Okay, he's over there. His name is George.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you had a random example.
Oh yeah, George is like class president, straight A's, pretty great guy.
Oh, I thought those only happened in anime.
No, this is real life.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, he also happens to be in anime that they see on Earth through our porting system.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's why I want to be a teacher in the first place. Have you heard of that one fable about the grasshopper and the ant?
I, don't make a habit out of reading fables. Sorry.
Well, it's basically a story of two friends who are trying to get ready for winter. Throughout the year, the ant works hard every day gathering food and supplies, but the grasshopper just plays around all day.
I can sort of see where this is going.
The grasshopper is you. And when winter comes, the ant is prepared, that's me, but the grasshopper isn't.
Winter is coming. So, the grasshopper dies, and the moral of the story is that you have to work all day, every day?
Yeah, no, the ant helps the grasshopper out so that he'll live to learn the lesson. Then all through the winter, the two of them hole up in the ant's house and enjoy themselves.
Enjoy themselves.
Wouldn't the grasshopper just eat the ant?
Okay, it's a story. You're not supposed to think about it like that.
Grasshoppers even eat ants?
What do grasshoppers eat?
Grass.
They just live on air. I don't know.
Are they?
They have mouths that have 5 parts. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they eat 5 parts of air?
No, I said they eat grass.
Well, I don't believe the actual biologist.
Just
I don't believe the person who knows the most about this in our friend group.
annoying our resident biologist.
That's just the name of the section now.
Yeah.
No, they like to eat a lot of plants, but especially grasses.
So no ants.
No, they don't eat other buggies.
They eat actual
I've
horse-drawn
proved
carriage
it.
buggies. We're distractible, aren't we?
We are. That's okay.
The point is, they have a lot more fun during the winter after the work's done, but if it wasn't for the ant, you're right, the grasshopper would have died.
So, you want to be the ant?
I've already been the grasshopper, so yeah.
I can't imagine it at all. You've been the quiet, diligent type for as long as I've known you, right?
I wasn't always the diligent type. It's not like I have some sort of tragic sob story past or anything, just a typical coming-of-age story. So if you and Liam think I worry too much, I guess it's because I have this kind of mentality.
We know how you are, Ethan. You're really serious and dedicated to studying hard and being a teacher and all that. We can respect that, but it won't stop us from trying to get you to enjoy the fresh air some more, too.
You two really are stubborn, aren't you?
We could say the same about you. We both look at each other for a second before we start laughing. It's probably the alcohol. I mean, that wasn't even really a joke or anything. Eventually, we make it up the stairs, though. I say goodnight to Ethan and we go into our own apartment rooms.
Sometime later.
Yeah, if they just have it all being as sometime later, then I guess people can't complain about the times being off. I go into work at Ristorante one day, and it's pretty quiet. I guess we don't have as many reservations today. Well, whatever. I get my prep work out of the way as soon as I can. There's a new station chef today, so I have to train him for a bit. A few hours later, the waiters show up. Looks like Ethan has a shift today too. We make eye contact and sort of nod our heads to acknowledge each other's presence.
So I think we're on Ethan's route.
Somehow.
Maybe.
We don't
Is
have
it because...
I don't know. I'm kind of digging Ethan now that he's
Yeah.
not a total jerk.
Is it because we did the
Maybe
drunken
that's
call?
Maybe so. But sometimes I guess drunken calls can change the course of your dating sim life.
We don't
I am
have
curious as to like what we said to him.
Mm-hmm.
Tilde!
We just texted him a bunch of tildes.
And he's like,
And he was
what
just
are
like,
these
whoa.
for? He's like, whoa. Very, very, like, romance. Wow, such hearts. Very love.
Sorry, Emily, you were starting to say we don't have something?
I was just starting to read the line, that's fine.
Oh, the line. There's a line.
You forget that we're even playing a game.
This is just so real.
It's like a
What if
window
it's-
into another world.
What if
Wow.
it's actually aliens pretending to be people, pretending to be people? And their personalities are actually the opposite.
That's a little too crazy for me.
After
can only
this, there's like
handle
9 more stories.
Oh god, no.
God.
where we learned that Ethan is actually a jerk, and I'm like, no, stop this.
And then we learn that he's actually really nice.
And then we learn that he's been a robot this whole time, only programmed to make us have conflicting emotions about him.
And he doesn't actually have emotions himself at all.
And then we find out that he's actually made of emotions.
We figure out he's actually one of these planets, and there are smaller
He is a planet.
living on him.
Oh, no.
Or it was all a dream.
We're going in too deep.
It's sunshine.
Oh no. Okay. We don't have to work at Ristorante during the break, but it's not like we have other jobs. Well, Liam pretty much quit. He's busy with his modeling career. Yeah, I know, bizarre. So
Wow.
it makes sense that he wouldn't have time for being a waiter.
It's not that bizarre.
Me, Ethan, Laura, and Angelina, though, we're all still here. Even though I'm not really certified to be a sous chef, I've gotten so used to it that I think the other chefs forget sometimes that I was just acting. I've improved my cooking a lot since I started doing Risimo, and now I'd honestly say that I'm pretty on par with the other station chefs, if not better. During the day, I sneak glances at Ethan, and whenever he's not bringing people food or taking down orders, he's leaning against a wall, looking at flashcards or a stapled stack of notes. Also,
Oh, kitty!
I just picture this gigantic cat because of how loud Tig is. I mean, I met the kitty, but he sounds so close to my ears, and I'm just like, I love you.
he has to make his required appearance every run, I guess.
Tigger! Good kitty.
Even though he did so well in exams, he's still studying that much on top of it? Isn't that sort of overkill? Watching him, I can't help but feel a little worried. Before I know it, I'm walking up to him. Hey, Ethan.
Oh, Pierre, is it okay for you to be leaving the kitchen?
Yeah, I don't have anything to do right this second. I mean, next second. But, this second's fine. Is it okay for you to be slacking off like this, though?
Huh?
I point my thumb at a table to the right where a couple is sitting with their menus folded and laying on the tablecloth. The two of them look pretty glum.
Oh,
Ethan quickly runs off to take their order. After relaying it to the kitchen, he comes back to where I'm standing. He smiles apologetically before letting out a long sigh.
I didn't even notice them.
That's because you've got your nose stuck in your studying. You can't see anything that way.
Pierre, this certification exam is really important. If I fail it, I'll basically be unemployed for a quarter of a year. My goal of being a teacher will be that much further away.
If it's that important, why keep up being a waiter at all? Can't you just quit so you can spend more time studying?
I can't do that. I need the money. So that's a similarity with his original character.
What a messy situation. I mean, something's got to give. At this rate, he'll be an awful waiter and an awful student. Ethan seems to guess what I want to say before I can say it, though.
I know. I'll be more careful. It won't happen again.
He pulls out his flashcards.
And just, like, keeps up the conversation while he's doing the flashcards. There's no point in telling me. Do what you want, just make sure you don't have regrets later.
You say some cool things every now and then.
Now and then?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant, all the time?
I already put up with enough of this from Liam. Not you, too.
Later that day.
And then it
Beautiful.
says, like, a few days later.
Once work's over, we're getting ready to leave when I hear the distant sound of Ethan's stomach grumbling. I turn and stare at him pointedly.
Oh, that sounds angry.
Also, I
Ooh.
realize I read that completely wrong. Distinct sound of Ethan's stomach growling. Anyway,
I might have skipped lunch.
What's the point in studying if you're going to skip meals and get sick or something? Jeez. I'll cook for you tonight, so just come over, okay?
Oh, no, you don't have to.
I don't trust you to eat if I'm not there.
It's like me every time I'm with anyone.
Yeah.
Ellipsis.
I'll even cook something you like, alright? Just come over. You can even bring your darn books or whatever.
Normally he
He's
cooks
like,
stuff
cook
he
my
hates.
books.
Sure, I can cook your books too. Ethan looks so relieved that it's almost kind of sad. If he really wants to go, he should just do it instead of worrying it. Does he think I'm going to bite his head off over dinner?
And cook it? Okay, I'll come over for dinner then.
Or
You guys-
I guess we could leave it at there and be like, we'll see what happens at dinner.